Hey guys, I need to show you something because that volcano has given us very impressive pictures, especially since it looks like a pressure cooker because there's steam coming out in other areas. And guys, I want to show you who's sitting right next to me. I'm at the farm right now. So as you can see, my fridge is there again. I'm the fridge lady again, as the Redacted channel has called me when they were mentioning me regarding a Campi Flegrei video. So yeah, cool name. Thanks Redacted for that, the fridge lady. But I'm cutting the fridge away now because I want to tell you about a volcano in Costa Rica, the Poás Volcano. It's an active volcano. It's 2,697 meters tall. That's 8,848 feet. It's a stratovolcano, a cone that is really visible in central Costa Rica. And it's located within a national park, tourist area, Poás Volcano National Park, and it's quite active. It has erupted 40 times since 1828. And while I'm doing my blah blah, giving you all the facts about this volcano, I want to show you what it's currently doing, what it has done on June 25th. It's impressive. I really think how it spews out these ash clouds. So this is black and white because it's a surveillance webcam, but it's impressive enough. And it had a strong eruption in April in 2017, and that has led to a evacuation of the residents but also the visitors at the volcano. So the volcano and the surrounding park were closed for nearly 17 months. So this tells you what this guy can do. And they also had like a 2-mile safety perimeter established around this erupting crater. And then just in September 2018, they reopened the park to the public, but with only limited access to that crater observation area. And if we see what it's doing there right now, it's probably understandable. And now it's also interesting. It seems they want to know who's going there and control that. That they don't lose anybody. They have started to require a reservation on the national park website before you can visit that volcano. And adjacent trails to a lake that's in the area, for example, Lake Botos, and the museum that is at the visitor center remained closed. And then, as if they had known it, the volcano erupted again twice in September 2019. And if we look at the summit, it's quite interesting looking because we have crater lakes there. We have 2 crater lakes near the summit of this volcano, and the northern lake is known as the Laguna Caliente, the hot lagoon. Well, we know why that is hot, right? Some people like to swim in water that is heated by a volcano, despite the fact that the volcano might come up while they're swimming. The ones that watch my channel on a regular basis, you know who I'm talking about. So the hot lagoon is located at a height of 2,300 meters in a crater, approximately 100 feet deep. And it's one of the world's most acidic lakes. That's why it has this color. It depends on if it's raining, the acidity varies, and of course, it depends on changes in volcanic activity, but it's an interesting feature. It sometimes reaches a pH value of almost 0. And the bottom of this layer is covered with a layer of like liquid sulfur. So acidity, lake temperature fluctuations, and a complex toxic sulfur and liquid sulfur is being found there. And iron chemistry limits aquatic life. Sometimes they say it's conditions like in the early days of Earth or like Mars. There's only some bacteria, they're called acidophilum bacteria. They survive that. Above ground, acid gases create acid rain and acid fog. Not good. That causes damage to the surrounding ecosystems, and often people feel it. They feel their eyes are irritated and their lungs are irritated. So that is not an area to not be careful when you're there. There's another lake, Lake Poás. It's the southern lake. It fills an inactive crater with the latest eruption in 7,500 BC. So it's cold and it's clear and it's surrounded by forest within these national park boundaries. And this thing, really, that's why I find this so interesting. In 1953, on May 17th, it erupted, and it started a cycle of eruptions that lasted until 1956. And unfortunately, during that incident, at least 2 people went missing. They were probably hiking around there. January 2009, that is very interesting. The volcano was near, or the earthquake was near, depends, was near the epicenter of an earthquake of magnitude 6.1. That has led to the loss of at least 40 people and a huge area of Costa Rica, also the capital, San Jose, Central Valley region of Costa Rica. And there was an eruptive activity. Sometimes these earthquakes, they could trigger the volcano. Did the volcano do that? It's quite high for a volcano, but it had eruptive activity in 2009. It had minor phreatic eruptions and landslides. The landslides are everywhere. Do you feel that? I'm reporting about them all the time. So landslides within the northern active crater. And the eruption of Poás, they often include like geyser-like eruptions of like crater lake water. So impressive pictures. So currently they have, of course, after they saw that it's doing that, what it's doing today, an ash alert was issued. Volcanic ash emission was definitely visible. Some flight level restrictions took place to FL 110, whatever that is in this country. I don't know actually, but it is still emitting ash clouds. It's dark right now, so the live cam, it's hard to see, but it's still spitting something out. It looks at night, it looks like quite light, but it's still active. So we have to see how this develops and what it is doing. But I thought you might want to see these pictures, guys. I hope you did want to see the pictures. Leave me a like, share the video with your friends, and check out all the other videos in the end screen. Interesting stuff, guys. Interesting update about Bloodton with new pictures and videos. And if you want to support the channel, buy me a coffee to keep me going on my buymeacoffee.com/silky site. Links are in the description. Thank you for all my members. Click the join button if you want behind the scenes videos and stuff like that. And thanks for your support, for watching, for your supers, for being here. You guys are awesome. Safe and sound. I want to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.